All right.
Happens to the best of us. All right, who are we getting into now?
So we're gonna have BiggerSmaller and Roofon here.
Wow.
So Olympia
Olympia,
Kragg
Kragg.
to start, yeah.
Incredible.
So this is BiggerSmaller's first resource.
Ooh.
I've never heard of him, but I know when I was talking to Slam about new entrants earlier, he recognized them. And he seemed to think that BiggerSmaller is a pretty solid player, so I'm very curious to see what we've got here. Pretty happy to have him on stream. Now that being said, I did not realize Olympia was in the character pool here.
Very nice.
This catch me off guard. I thought he played like Rono and Kragg, but we got the punch trap for now, and there's
a lot of movement, but not a lot going on.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some neutral, all right. Now we're getting Kragg Combinant Rock.
All right, the punishes, at least the punishes are there.
Yeah. Oh, but
if there's one thing I criticize people on who are like movement demons, it's like if you're gonna be moving fast, don't make it like empty movement.
yeah,
Because move with purpose. Granted, this is really, especially for like novice, I can see these are the building blocks for really good movement skills later. Very rudimentary, if you will, if I'm using that word right.
yeah,
Oh, unfortunate SD
Wow.
there.
yeah. That's rough. And they're kind of sneaking back up with the pillar. I don't really know a whole lot about what Olympia would do against pillar, because I feel like it'd be really easy for Kragg to just come up and like up air and hit fall the crystal.
That would be the case if BiggerSmaller used crystal at all.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because like you don't. That was a good catch.
Like, even if you're not gonna like use it for the crystal pop stuff, with the way BiggerSmaller is moving, you'd at least expect him to like have the crystal field out for like movement, or like in the punishes, was like, oh, have you tacked on an extra 5 damage and a bit of hit stun from far
Yeah, I was
away.
gonna say like it's a really solid projectile in its turn, right? What's how fast it is?
Yeah, it's like a factor laser you can only use once. Like, it's on that caliber.
Yeah.
Like, if you could use that move without like activating the crystal field, that projectile would be broken. Also, good on Roofon for just not getting intimidated by the fast movement. Because, again, if the movement is fast, but not much is coming out of it, then there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, now, BiggerSmaller. Oh, wait, that's what happens when you have too many characters? It just goes to the other... That's really funny. I've never seen this before. I didn't realize it was cutting to, like, Roofon's, name tag. Okay, that's cool.
That's funny.
Yeah, we got the Kragg Ditto now. I guess BiggerSmaller's thinking, like, well, you know, I can probably Kragg better.
Kragg Ditto, Kragg Ditto.
The Kragg Ditto on Merchant Port.
Now this is a stage for Kragg.
It's just a stage.
It is just a stage. I personally love taking Kraggs here, but that's for matchup reasons. I do think this is a very solid Kragg stage, and the fact that like just the ability to use like down schedule from those top platforms, keeping it nice and safe, is very powerful. But that's explicitly like the thing I take advantage of when I go here.
Right.
Because like I know the Kraggs want to go up there, so I just punish them for going up there. Yeah, so far looking much better for BiggerSmaller. Just keep it. You can definitely tell maybe the Olympia was just to get a feel for what they're dealing with, and the Kragg is just like, oh hey, time to actually play, maybe.
Yeah, the Kragg's the real video games. Ooh. Crazy read on that F-strong. Didn't really go anywhere, but...
Again, BiggerSmaller moving very fast, and the Kragg just still definitely getting a lot more out of it now.
Yeah.
But
Good catch.
not getting quite enough. Something I want to see both these players do a bit more is like when you're in the Kragg Ditto and like the other Kragg is hugging like the side of the stage with their pillar, You can totally just downbeat them and make their own pillar work against them.
Or at
Like
least,
that,
like,
but...
make the other Kragg kind of think about what's going on that pillar.
And we start seeing it like immediately now. This is
Yeah.
like, it just adds a bit of pressure, and a bit of pressure on your opponent is always nice to have.
And BiggerSmaller is really struggling here with the kills for both these games. Kragg, the Kragg Ditto, 276 and getting baited to his own death. Finally dies. I was like, was that 292 after the hit? I think that's what it was.
I respect Roofon for doing that. She's like, oh, hey, Roofon, I'm at 276. I'm gonna die soon anyway. Let me just taunt on him real quick.
Oh my
Shit.
god!
that was almost embarrassing. That was almost a taunt to get bodied.
That would have been so funny.
That would have been hilarious.
And Roofon just trying to run at him right now. Get this game over with. And I mean, Roofon's kills have felt a lot more like reliable than Bigger's for sure. So
yeah, you can tell BiggerSmaller, he's going for like the more complex stuff, whereas Roofon is like doing the really simple stuff and just getting so much more payoff from it. That was really funny. Roofon, I like you.
This is the clown fest of a game right now. What is Roofon doing?
Yes, I see you're also a high decay user.
I love it, honestly. This is what the Kragg Ditto should be. Like, by all accounts.
Right. Now go into Rockwall.
Rockwall, Kragg House in the Kragg Ditto. This is funny.
I think this is a good but a scary pick for BiggerSmaller. Because BiggerSmaller, there's a lot of advantages it has for BiggerSmaller versus Roofon here. For one, having a bigger stage helps with people who do a lot of movement because it just gives you more space to move around in. Second, the smaller blast zones, it makes it easier to kill, and when you're like struggling to kill, maybe it just gives you a little boost you needed. But on the other hand, Roofon is very consistent in her kills, and that's why I say it's dangerous, because if like she's more consistent, that means you have the chance to die earlier yourself, and that's Rockwall.
Yeah, the stage is always a double-edged sword, for sure.
And that's like the thing I'm sure like novice players especially already know this, but yeah, just really hammer home the fact that Rockwall's a double-edged sword.
I love the stage to death. I will pick it like all the time, but yeah, gotta be mindful when you're picking it.
It's also it's such a double-edged sword. I'm pretty sure it used to be a starter stage.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, like, just like way back in the day.
Like, I almost never pick the stage without second-guessing myself. Even the other volatile stages, like Spirit Tree and Aramata, like I'll sometimes just like pick it without really thinking. But Rockwall, I'm always like, okay, am I absolutely sure I'm willing to do this?
That's not fair.
Oh no! No, you have to be ready for that.
Good catch on Roofon's part, but BiggerSmaller. That was just a knowledge check. Just when you find yourself in the situation where you're going on to another Kragg's player, always assume that they're gonna pop it and just be ready to wall jump, like no matter what.
That's hard too, because like,
yeah, a lot of things I always notice with and that's what it was on before, the double-edged sword. But a lot of times in novice bracket stuff, a lot of the things you're gonna get killed with are usually either knowledge checks or intuition checks, and just being able to like learn stuff about that really good. Because you guys obviously have like the baseline for like good movement or like kill confirms and just like stuff like that. But it's just like cleaning up the like more intricate or like nuanced stuff that will help you guys really like succeed.
Wow, Roofon's still living here. Really good guy right there.
She was at 80 again, novice bracket, DI hard.
You never know. I mean, it is Kragg strong at the very edge of the stage too.
Very true, and it is Rockwall, I see. But
That's
very nice.
At Kragg, but how much longer is they gonna be able to hang on to the stock?
That's absolutely fair. I'm getting challenged. Nice.
And I feel like there could have been a bigger punish right there. I don't know, like, the best options for Kragg. I know most characters can get something out of Dare as a parry punish starter. Oh no.
Get slam on the knife. Oh,
That's
rough.
hard. That's really tough, yeah.
That was tough.
Gotta be careful with that.
That move can be hard to DI at, like, top level. I don't play it. Or, like, high level. I don't blame Big for dying to that.
Yeah, that move's, like, it's so weird, because it's really hard to predict, like, where exactly that's gonna send you, at least in my opinion. I think there's, like, different sound effects, but...
The reason I find it hard is because, there's 3 different hitboxes, and that's the thing that makes it hard, whereas, like, everything has, at least most, down smashes, they have at least, like, 1 hitbox on, like, either side, and it'll, like, send you depending, but very few of them have a 3rd hitbox in the middle that will send you straight up, and that's what Kragg has.